Hello, I'm Jim Noble from Noble Food and Pursuit, and today we're going to herb roast a Joyce Farms Poulet Rouge chicken. So one of my favorites at home, get your chicken ready, get it out of the bag and wash it. We've already washed this one. Prepare it, sort of clean up some of the pieces around it. Save all the pieces for stock. I always like to tuck my wings behind the back. Save your gillets, they're awesome. And then you kind of set your legs back like this. Keep your hands clean. Keep sanitizer around when you're working with chicken. And we're going to oven roast this at 500 degrees and for 15 minutes and then cut it back. But we're going to do it in a roasting pan, a cast iron skillet, and we're going to put it on top of some vegetables. You can put anything in there you want that would hold up well in a roast for an hour. We got some potatoes, carrots and celery, turnips. These are just fun things to do. We've got some onions and shallots. I leave room to get a spoon in there so I can baste the bird while it's going on. I think I've got 1 clove of garlic to go in there. All my guys say I don't like garlic, but I do. And another thing we like to put in there, mushrooms and Brussels sprouts. I just make a bed, cover enough so that I've got room for the chicken and room to get my spoon in. And then I'll season my chicken pretty liberally. I always cook with wine. Sometimes I even use it in my food. I'll season the chicken with heavily salt and pepper. Now we say this is herb roasted chicken, but we'll put the herbs on later. If we put them on too soon, they'll burn. But we'll take a whole sprig of rosemary and just put it in the cavity and get it ready to go. Now your chicken will sit right on top of the vegetables pretty good. Can you see that? One more thing we like to put in ours are Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts roast great in about an hour in the oven, particularly with this chicken fat and butter that we're going to use and olive oil. So I'm going to season also my vegetables with salt and fresh ground pepper. We like to use some gray sea salt from France, and then also some little bit of kosher salt in there with it too. So now the chicken and the vegetables are all in the pan, and we're going to do the pollo part. Whenever I handle chicken, I always clean up real good and then use sanitizing water. I put a little Clorox in a squirt bottle, just enough to kill anything so I don't have any cross-contamination with my chicken. There we go. Now, it's time to put the butter and olive oil on the chicken. I like to pour this over the top, and now this liquid along with the chicken fat will be what we baste the chicken with during this period of time it's roasting in the oven. Alright, 1 Joyce Farms Poulet Rouge chicken ready to go in the oven. The oven's been preheated at 500 degrees, and you gotta watch out for dog rolls. And we'll put it right in the oven for 15 minutes. And we'll baste it. Once we cut it down, we'll start basting the bird after maybe 5 or 10 minutes. All right? Now, the reason we roasted chicken at 500 degrees, it helps the outside to get nice and brown and crisp. And then when you slow it down to, turn the temperature down to maybe 350, it'll cook even without getting too burned. If you go at 350 the whole time, the bird's going to be kind of pale yellow. But the golden brown is beautiful, which we do 500. Now we've had it in for about 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to readjust it a little bit, just turn it in the oven so it cooks even. we go. All right, and then we'll just keep working with it. And then at 15 minutes, we'll cut it to 350, and then we'll begin to baste. All right, now we've cut the oven, just cut the oven back after 15 minutes to 350. And man, if you could smell this, my goodness. But you will, when you do this, you'll smell this chicken. So what we're gonna do is pull it out. I'm gonna get down inside where this butter and stuff is coming down below. And just baste back on top. This is chicken fat, butter, and olive oil. Now you can use butter or olive oil or a combination of both like I did. And the next time we baste, we'll start putting the herbs back on it. Now the herbs, the rosemary and the cabbage is doing a lot of good in there. And every time I come out and baste, I'm going to turn the bird another way. I think it was this way. Nope, it was this way. All right, then we'll go back in. And in a few minutes we'll baste, and then we'll add the however, I missed a couple Brussels sprouts I don't want to lose for dinner. So I'll throw those in there. All right. And we'll come back in a few minutes and baste it again. Time to baste again. And this time we're going to add the herbs. This is pretty simple work, actually. This is going to be easy for you to replicate at home. So again, I'm going to pull the chicken out and take this, see down the bottom, I can tilt the pan and get all the oils and the cooking juices and the butter to come. I mean to move this chicken over a little bit there. And I'm going to turn it, but this time we're going to add the herbs to the chicken because this is an herb roasted poulet rouge, fine yard bird. Okay. Karen's going, that smells. Karen is our videographer, by the way.
Well, I'm also seeing that it's running really red. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, because inside the cavity it's not cooked yet. So when you tilt it, that red will run out. And then we'll come back and baste in another 5 or 10 minutes. Just basting away. These vegetables are cooking so good. What flavors come off from all this? It's just wonderful. You can see the fat pretty good too, can't you? All right. Okay, so now when I pulled the giblets out and saved those, I put the neck in here. I have a couple extra pieces of chicken that I saved. Every time we cook chickens or grill them, I save the backs. And then I'll save all the giblets. I put the livers in the refrigerator. I put the hearts in here maybe. I'm making stock out of it. And here are the herbs that we ended up with. These are the fresh herbs. All the herbs that we brought in: sage, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and oregano. And I chopped it fine. And I'll add a little bit of this too, but this is where all my scraps from the herbs, all the carrot scraps, tomato scraps, onion scraps, they go in here. And then when the chicken's roasted and we pull the backbone out, we'll add it to this. A lot of times Karen and I let that simmer overnight, and then we make chicken and rice the next day.